name is Morgan and I'll be making some YouTube videos on sonography, also known as ultrasound. I know when I started to apply for the program, like there were no videos on YouTube, so I'm like, I needed this help. It's all nursing videos, PA school, dental school, pharmacy, everything, but no ultrasound. So I'm like, all right, let me start making videos on ultrasound just to help others out there that are probably lost or need help. Any advice, tips on their journey to ultrasound school, getting in and during ultrasound school. So yeah, have my notes right here. I'm gonna talk about how I got in, and then, you know, certain requirements that are standard for the most part for most schools, and you know, basically the requirements and what you need to do if you want to enter one of these sonography programs, because they're very competitive. Most of the class sizes are very small, which I feel like that's the reason why they're so competitive, because they can, like my program for example, they accepted 18 people, but now we're at 10 people. These people just drop. Like if you don't pass each semester, then you have to get kicked out, or other people have like family, I don't know, family stuff with the family or personal things that they have to take care of, so they end up dropping it because they don't realize how intensive the program is. So those are stuff that you definitely need to research before applying, before saying you're going to start the program, because you don't want to waste all that money, all that time, that effort, and then you start and you're like, oh my gosh, this is not what I thought it was, I'm not doing well, this is too much work. So definitely do your research. So I'm going to talk about the requirements for my school. Basically, you're going to definitely need anatomy and physiology 1 and 2. I mean, let me not say definitely, because every school is different. But from the research I've been doing, and I'm in Florida, most of them that I research, they need anatomy and physiology. Medical terminology is another one. And definitely focus in this class, because when I started, I was like, whoa, these are some crazy terminology. So get familiar with that, because you're going to be learning about a lot of pathology, everything. Like sometimes I feel like I'm in med school, I'm not even lying. So anatomy and physiology 1 and 2 with the lab, English composition, psychology. All right, let me not say psychology. It's just like any humanities course. Is psychology even a humanities? I get them confused all the time. Let me not say that. Just humanities. Public speaking, college algebra, physics. That seems to be standard from all the schools that I've looked at in Florida. Now, definitely wherever you are, look at the schools, look at their requirements, because they're different. Like, I'm not saying this is for every school, but for the most part, these schools want these subjects because it's intensive anatomy. Like, that's what ultrasound is. You're scanning different body parts. If you don't know what they are, where they're located, then how can you scan it, you know? So anatomy and physiology, it's very heavy on that. Then physics is another heavy subject, because you are operating machines. There's even going to be an exam called the SPI that is basically all physics, but it's ultrasound physics that you're going to have to take. So definitely get your physics in. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about how long the program is. For my program, it's 24 months, because I'm pretty sure that's how most of them are. It's 2 years, one being general and another either vascular or echocardiography, so that's the heart. My program is general and echo, which I love echo so much. I'm actually in my 2nd year, which is all echo. So the first year you learn everything general, the brain, the abdomen, all that stuff. Then your 2nd year, depending on how your school is set up, you're going to learn your vascular or you're going to learn your echo. Some schools incorporate everything, like they learn all the didactic stuff first, and then they have 1-year clinicals. My school incorporates it, and I actually love it that way, because as we learn, we're in clinicals experiencing what we're learning in class. So I love my school that way. Like, it's perfect. So yeah, just do your research, because to each his own. You might like something a certain way. Look at how the program is set up, what their requirements are. So yeah, it's an associate's degree, which I don't know why this thing should be a master's. I'm just saying, this should be a master's. The way this thing is set up, it's like, whoa, whoa. Anyways, so for my school, to get accepted, it's a point-based system. So preference is given if you had an associate's in X-ray, radiology, like a radiography. What am I doing? So radiography, that's X-ray. So if you did that program, you get high preference. And I think they get, where is it? 20 points. So it's point-based, as I said. So they get 20 points. If you had an associate in health science, that's 17 points. If you have a master's, that's 15. If you had a bachelor's, that's 10. If you had any associates, it's 5. And then they give some points if you were like in the army or in any military branch. So that's pretty cool thing that they do. That's a pretty cool thing that they do. Now, so that's the prior education that's going to give you some points. They also look at your GPA. Where does your GPA lie? So they have different ranges, depending on where it is, like 2.5 to 2.7, 2.8 to 2.9, so on and so forth. You get a certain amount of points, highest being 4 points, which is 3 point something to 4.0, you get the 4 points. So that's how they categorize everything. They're like, okay, based on your prior education, based on your GPA, how hard you've been working, we're going to allot you a certain amount of points. Now for the prereqs, they look at that also. So depending on the letter grade that you got for that prereq, you get a certain amount of points. You have to have a C in order to even be considered. So if you didn't, definitely retake that class. You need to have a C for that to even work. So if you had a C, it's 1 point, B 2 points, A 3 points. Is that how it is? Yeah, 3 points is the highest. Yeah, A. So depending on what you got in each subject, maybe you did good in one but bad in the other, it might balance it out. But try and get as many A's as possible, A's and B's, because that will increase your chances. There is no personal statement, but some schools do have a personal statement. So I would recommend, in order to stand out, put your heart out in that personal statement. Tell them, you know, how much you know about the field, any volunteer hours that you have done, you know, just to show them that you've done your research, you're confident that you'll succeed and excel in this profession, and that you'll succeed in the program, because at the end of the day, that's what they want. They want to know that you're a strong candidate that will complete the program successfully, which is why they do this point-based system based on your prior education and how well you've been doing in the preliminary courses for the program. So stay strong, keep up, get your prereqs done ahead of time, apply ahead of time. Every application season is different. Mine, I had to put mine in before December, but I did mine really early because I went to like an info session and the lady was like, oh, we're accepting them now, or something like that. I don't remember what she said. I'm like, all right, because I have everything already, so I don't need to wait. Let me just put it in. So as soon as the application process is open, do it. Don't wait until the deadline. Don't wait until close to the deadline, because they have early admission, and well, different schools have early admission. Let me not say every school. And as I keep reiterating, look at your school website, the schools in your region, all of that, because everything, just the slightest thing could be different, and you don't want to like just take prereqs that you've heard from my video or any other someone else's video, and then your school happened to have like a random subject that you didn't take because you thought that it was standard for all programs. Nope, 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 nope. Do not do it. Research each school, the schools you're interested in. Now, I would recommend applying to at least 2 schools. I applied to 1 because I was just like, I don't know. I have a bachelor's degree, and I'm like, Let's see. Can the bachelor's degree had a priority over just an associate's degree or nothing? So I was pretty confident. Like, I had A's in all the prereqs. I had the bachelor's. I'm like, okay, hopefully I get in. And I was like praying. I'm like, please let me get in. But it worked out. I got my acceptance letter in October. So I think I submitted it in the summer and I got accepted in October. Pretty early. I was like, whoa. I was at work because I took a gap year off trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life. Saw the email from the admissions department. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know it's them telling me if I'm in or not. So I saw and it was like, oh, you're provisionally accepted. I'm like, wait, provisionally? But then it's saying provisionally accepted because you have to take your BLS, like CPR and all those things, your HIPAA, all those HIPAA stuff. Yeah, HIPAA. You have to take a course on that, all the hospital regulations, rules, all of that. So you have to take a course in those things so that they know you're ready to work in the hospital, because all our clinicals are in hospitals, outpatient centers and private practices, stuff like that. So you have to have all these certifications, and if you fail to complete that or you don't pass the course, then obviously your acceptance is down the drain. So that's why they have to put provisionally accepted. But yeah, it's basically accepted. And they tell you how many people applied. I think it was like 200 plus people applied to my program, and they only accepted 19 or 18. So yeah, it's very, very competitive, and I'm in South Florida, so that's even crazier. It's like way competitive. But yeah, let me go back to talking about the application process. I was saying to apply to at least 2 schools. Don't limit yourself. I know it's expensive, it can rack up the money, but save up and don't overdo it, because as I said, they're expensive. My school's application process wasn't that expensive. It was like $20, I think, but other schools could be more expensive, so you don't want to like waste all that money applying for multiple schools. But then again, you don't want to limit yourself, so just do it wisely. Look at the schools in your area, what's suiting for you. Don't apply to these programs if your application is not complete. Like, it's more than likely going to be tossed to the side. There are so many people that are applying to the program. They're not gonna put these half applications and be like, oh, maybe they'll finish, maybe this, and think to go back and look at your application. So have it complete, have it looking strong, smiling at them, and chances of you getting will be increased. So yeah, just get everything done fast. You'll feel so much better, so much more at ease, and just wait it out until they send out their acceptance letters. Don't be like rushing and scrambling and taking last minute courses to get your application in. You're gonna stress yourself out. So get everything done in a timely manner, and you'll feel good. Like, I got my stuff in like that summer, and I was just like chilling, working but get it in, and yeah, you'll feel so much better. But yeah, as I said, research each school. Every state is different. I'm talking on Florida and South Florida to be exact. Everywhere is so different. Don't limit yourself. Do your research, complete, follow everything to the T, get everything done in time, and yeah, relax. And if you don't get in the first time and you're really passionate about it, look at ways you can strengthen your application. Call the people, ask them, what was I lacking? How can I improve? Was it my GPA? Was it that I didn't do so well in a class? It's just how it is when you're applying to such a competitive program. Like, this and nursing are probably 2 of the most competitive programs out there. Obviously PA and med school are competitive also, but it's just that ultrasound at my school in particular, it was only 19 people. So the chance of you getting in are slimmer because there are less seats, but there's still a lot of people applying. So you have to take those things into consideration and get on it. Like, you want to be ahead of the pile, especially if it's something called rolling admissions, where they accept as people apply. Applying early will definitely be in your favor. So get things done early. It's a long process, but when you get it done early and you're relaxing, it will just feel that much better. So that's my advice. And I could talk more on so many things. There's so much more to ultrasound, so much more about the schooling. So if you want me to, you know, expound on that, any more information, I'm happy to make more videos on that. Just let me know what you'd like to see. I hope this video really helped you. So that will be the end of this one. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.